Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be introducing 5 books on my winter TBR list. Firstly, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone. I really wanted to film this video before Christmas, but I didn't have time. So why not film it between Christmas and the New Year? So these are my 5 books, and let's dive right in. So the first book I have is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This book follows Jane Eyre, an orphaned girl who grows up facing harsh treatment from her relatives and is sent to a strict boarding school called Lowood School. She later becomes a governess at Thornfield Hall, which is like a mysterious house with a strange master called Mr. Rochester. Jane starts to grow feelings for him, but soon she uncovers dark secrets within the mansion that challenges her thoughts and her principles. Themes include, obviously love, morality, and resilience. This is a gothic romance book and has a very strong twist, haunting twist, and great emotional depth. I've always wanted to read this book, but as you can see, it's pretty thick. It's pretty long. And I was like, I guess I'm old enough to start reading longer books, so I'm giving it a go this winter. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. It is a classic, so I do have very high expectations, but I'm generally excited. The next book is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Elizabeth Bennet is the protagonist, and she's like a witty, sharp-tongued second daughter in a family of 5 sisters. And she has to balance societal pressures, family drama, and her own strong sense of self. She sometimes lacks self-awareness, but I guess it's part of what makes the book kind of unique and what makes Elizabeth her. Elizabeth's world is shaken when Mr. Darcy, a wealthy but aloof gentleman, enters her life. First impressions are not very ideal, as she is put off by his indifference, which comes from her prejudice. But Mr. Darcy is reluctantly attracted to her despite his pride. Along the way, Elizabeth deals with the expectations of marriage, meddling relatives, and the question of whether love can truly overcome pride and prejudice. This is a story filled with charming characters, clever dialogue, and a timeless romance. I actually started reading this a few years ago, but I stopped when I was 10 pages in. I didn't really understand, and I didn't even know what the book was about, and I guess that's why I kind of stopped reading. It was sometimes confusing, and the dialogue was not like the modern type I'd known. But now that I'm older, hopefully I understand a little better. The third book is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So, Santiago, an old Cuban fisherman, has gone 84 days without catching a fish. And despite the odds, he ventures far into the Gulf Stream to break his unlucky streak. He hooks a massive marlin there, and it begins an intense multi-day battle between the man and the sea creature. They're testing his strength, his skill, and his spirit. This story explores themes of perseverance, dignity, and the relationship between humans and nature. Overall, I'm very interested and excited to see the metaphors and the bigger meanings once I read it, and also it's a very short book, so I'm hoping it has a lot of impact, and that's why it's so famous. The fourth book has a different genre. It's called Dopamine by Anna Lembke. So this is written by Anna Lembke, who is the medical director of Stanford Addiction Medicine, and this book is a modern exploration of how our brains are wired to seek pleasure, but can become overwhelmed in a world full of instant and very easy satisfaction or gratification. Through a mix of neuroscience and real-life case studies, the book examines how overindulgence, whether in social media, substances, or other dopamine hits, leads to burnout and unhappiness. Professor Lemke also offers insights into resetting the brain's reward systems, finding balance, and cultivating a more meaningful life. And I guess It's like perfect for anyone curious about addiction, self-control, psychology, or achieving sustainable happiness. I'm very used to reading just like fiction and fantasy novels, but these days I felt like I really wanted to read books to dive deeper into what interests me and what fascinates me more often, and I think this is my starting point. Also, I'm really excited because New York Times bestseller. My last book is also like a different themed book. It's called In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren. So here, Maylin Jones is stuck in a rut and she's feeling lost in life and crushed when she learns that this might be her last Christmas with her family and friends spend at their beloved Utah cabin. After a car accident on the way home, she wakes up to find herself back at the start of the whole holiday week. She's caught in a time loop where she's reliving the same days. As Maylin tries to figure out how to escape the loop, she also navigates family dynamics, long-standing traditions, and her secret feelings for a family friend. This is like a festive romance comedy about second chances, personal growth, and finding joy in little things. Personally, I've never read, or I don't think I have, like a holiday-themed book before, so this is my first ever like Christmas-themed book. I'm very excited. I got this as a present, and I'm really happy that I finally have a book that I can talk about during the holiday season. So, yeah. So, these were the 5 books on my winter TBR. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!